Hi everyone, ADCSFX Works here. Today I'm gonna show you how to replace the printhead on an HP Photosmart 5520 printer. And this operation is pretty similar to many other printers from HP, but I have this on my hands now, so I will just show a demonstration on this printer. A very good printer also for home use. It uses the HP 364 print cartridges, and they are even pretty cheap, and you have the possibility to change only the color that becomes empty. Anyway, this printer, I got it today, and it has a problem. Aside of the cartridges that are in really bad condition, so I will have to replace them, but aside of this, the printhead is so clogged that I really cannot unclog it without removing it and doing special treatments and maybe ultrasonic. So now I will show you. So if I go to settings and I go to I don't know how is the translation for that in English. So if I do quality test print, it's how HP calls them. So you can see the pretty bad conditions of this printhead. So you can see I have pretty good magenta and yellow, but black and cyan are nearly, or well, non-existent. So except for one line of the cyan here, but yeah, we need to clean this printhead. I have I didn't try the other methods because I know since this printer has been used the last time, and since the conditions that it is, in these years of printers repair, I have found that I can just say where a printer needs a special treatment or not. So now I will turn the printer off, remove the paper. We don't need actually to remove the paper tray, so we'll just close it. Remove the plug from the wall outlet. So then I will just open this and remove the this cover. So here it gets pretty tricky because it's pretty difficult to remove the control panel here, because there are three latches, one here, one here, and one here. I will let you see now a picture of it. So you just have to use your fingers and access them from behind. So it's pretty difficult because you really need to use a bit of force there. So it's a pretty tricky operation, but you can do it. It's not impossible. So of course, second one, and the third one is always such a big mess. So we'll try to find it with my finger, and then there it is. So now I can remove this. So pay attention, because behind here there's a flat cable that you have to unplug. So pay attention to unplug this flat cable and not to damage it, because as I say always nearly, flat cables are pretty delicate, so you don't want to damage this, because finding a replacement of the AWM 2896 80C30, it's a big mess. So yeah, so then you need to remove this scanner unit, or well, not remove, just unplug it. So you can use a simple flat screwdriver and take the head inside here and do a bit of levering just to remove this. So actually now you need a Torx screwdriver. This is, I believe it's the T10. I really don't remember. You need to remove these screws all around the printer, and they are Torx, of course, so because HP on inkjet printers use Torx screws. Yeah, Just a little note, you can see I have my paper towel roller behind here, and that is not a case, because if I just had this there, this scanner lid will crush my monitor instantly. So yeah, so now we will remove all the screws from the printer. So one is there, one is here, and we have two on the LCD, so that is the reason why we removed the LCD. So these two, and we have also another one under the sticker. So if you don't want to damage the sticker, it's a really good thing to do, to use a very thin flat screwdriver, so to just enter behind the sticker and remove the sticker carefully, because it's pretty easy to damage a sticker. So remove that one, and then we can just pay attention to the flat cable while doing this. So I just advise you to take the flat cable inside and then remove the printer cover. So here we have the printer, but you can see it's locked, the carriage is locked. So you can see here there's a gear, so you can rotate the gear this way until it goes, the cleaning unit goes totally inside there and it stops. Then you can really unlock the printhead assembly and the carriage on this printer. So take your finger and do a bit of pressure on this part over there. This is the encoder strip. It has the function to simply locate the carriage inside of the printer. So take a shot, or remember the position and direction of this encoder strip, because you can see here there's an arrow. I don't know if you can see that in video, but maybe this way. When you will reinstall this, you have to be sure that the arrow is indicating your front, not your back. So yeah, take this aside and be sure not to scratch it or take it dirty, because it's pretty fragile. So now you have to remove the 4 cartridges, and you can see the very poor conditions that they are. So now you have to take a little flat screwdriver and remove these 2 springs. So one is here and one is here. So just be careful, because yeah, they are pretty strong, so you can hurt yourself if you are not so careful. So the last year I was working here so near the springs, and the screwdriver slipped on them and scratched my eye, so I had to go in the hospital. So fortunately now I see perfectly, and there are no problems whatsoever, but you have to be 100% sure and safe about what you're doing. So you can see how the printer is completely dirty. So now you have to disconnect 3 flat cables. So one is here, one is this one, and one is this one. So this is the printhead of the printer. So I will clean this, and then I will come back. I will not show you the cleaning of this printhead, because it's a pretty hard operation, especially when it's in these conditions and you have to use special equipment. So I will be right back, and if you will not be able to clean your printhead, or your printhead is faulty, you can watch on AliExpress.com And on that site you can look for HP 5520 Printhead or HP 364 Printhead, but not it's better if you write the model of the printer, or you can even look for the code of the printhead, and in this case is CN688A. So this is the code of the part number. So that's it. So if you're not able to clean the printhead or is faulty, they have excellent prices. So if you're just going to buy a refurbished printhead, they have prices around 10 USD. So 10 USD for a refurbished printhead like this. So replacing the printhead is not always the most expensive thing to do on a printer. So in most of the cases it is, but not always. So I will clean the printhead and I will come back. Okay, so now my printhead has been cleaned. It's a lot more cleaner than before. Sorry about the train at the background. Yeah, I live in front of a train station. It's okay, we're good now. Thanks, train. So this is the printhead. You can see it's more cleaner than before, a lot. And it's I didn't have to do such an extremely powerful cleaning. It's just flushing with Quasar, that is the Italian formula for Windex or some sort of American fluid for cleaning glass. And this is the printhead. You can see it's pretty clean now. So now you can just reinsert the printhead into the printer. So let's connect all of those flat cables again.
Al momento la connessione internet non è affidabile.
Sorry, that is Google now. And anyway, let's connect those flat cables. This is for the encoder strip. So that is for the black or color channel. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. And this is for the other channel, of course. So this is the situation right now. So the printhead has been inserted properly, and be sure to check if this ferromagnetic something that holds the flat cables is positioned properly, like it's not in this case. So okay, so like this. And let's reconnect the springs. So we'll take the same really little screwdriver, and I will reconnect the springs. So yeah, that is why. Okay, so now the printhead has been mounted. And a very common mistake that I have done many times is to forget to reinsert the encoder strip. But without this, the printer will become completely crazy. It's like it will move the head extremely fast to the other direction, and the motor will most likely break, or at least ruin this this belt. So be careful. Remember the encoder strip. So now a good thing to do when reapplying the encoder strip is to clean it. So we can use the same Quasar or Windex or any other things to clean this. So like a matter of, oh, you can see how dirty it was. Anyway, let's clean it. It's better if you wear gloves for this type of operations, but I don't have many. I don't have any. I forget to buy them. So yeah, I'm repairing tons of printers without gloves. Oh my. Anyway, so now you have to insert this inside of the carriage and load it under the the optic sensor. So now I will go to reinsert that into the spring, well, sort of spring, and then reattach it to the other side of the printer. So remember the arrow, so you can see the arrow is pointing the front, so we are good. So now it's a good thing to take another strap of paper and clean it again, because you know, I forgot to wear gloves. So let's clean this this strip carefully. So this is also the part most likely causing misalignment and many other things, so be careful. So another thing that I will do is this. So you can see that when the printhead goes here, it will move a lever down here. So I will move it by hand to show the cleaning unit, and I will clean actually the cleaning unit, because it's pretty most likely to be extremely dirty. So yeah, I will clean those blades of the cleaning unit. You see how dirty it was, so yeah. So we will proceed to this part, and this is the purge pump, and I will load some quasar on it. Okay, that's it. So I will wait a few seconds, then I will take the same paper towel, or part of a paper towel, and blow away the quasar that I poured on it. So this is a pretty good thing to do when you replace the printhead, or at least when you open up the printer for doing many other things. So I will just retract this. Okay, then move the head here, and then take the cleaning units back onto the printhead until it's locked, you know. So now the printhead is locked in place like before. So I will just remount and reassembly this printer now. So we need, of course, the main chassis part. So be careful at the flat cable, so let it pass through here, then take it down like this. So use the same Torx screwdriver to redo all the screws like so. I will cut this part because I don't want to bother you with the same things again. Use the white screws for the LCD part, so that they will be hidden, because you know, the LCD will be on top, and use the black screws for the visible parts. This is just for aesthetics, so it's not a necessary thing. So yeah, and now the last screw is behind the sticker, as always. So I will take it inside here and screw it back in place. Yeah, now, so take the sticker here again. So now the front panel. So again, be careful with the flat cable, and you can see that the flat cable goes right inside here. So you can see it goes inside there. So you can use a bit of force to take inside again, and then use a bit of force again to take this part inside here again. So you can do something like this, and it's in place. So now we can take this cover on in the printer again, and the printer is fixed, but there's a very important thing to say. The printhead that you have inserted into the printer has been flushed, or it's a new printhead. So it means that inside it will have cleaning solution or shipping fluid that you can find in new printheads. So when you will power on the printer, you will have to do a few cleaning cycles, so generally 2 or 3 cleaning cycles. So this means that you will have to use new cartridges. Please don't use the at least finished bedding cartridges that you had before. So use some high quality compatible cartridges, or refillable or OEM. Obviously better if you have some OEM XL cartridges, but of course if you don't have them, be sure to take some very high quality compatible ones. So actually in Italy and many other styles of Europe, the best compatible cartridges, you can find them. Thank you, train. I was saying, actually in Italy and most part of the Europe, you can find the best compatible cartridges on Amazon, and the brand is Go Happy, but there are many other brands, and so be sure that you take some high quality compatibles, refillables or OEM. So that's it. I will not try the printer now because I don't have any 3/64s my hands, or well, I don't have them. I have to order them on Amazon. So thank you once again for watching this video. If it has been useful for you, consider supporting the video, liking that, or sharing the video to anyone you know that needs the repair of this printer. So thank you once again, and goodbye, happy printing.